I didn't think nothing about doing an unboxing video on the RS30 Pro bandsaw blade sharpener from Woodland Mills. I was just gonna open it up and pull it out, set it up, but your sharpener wheel was underneath here, and that was all good. The box is sitting upright, but whoever put this in, put it in, I'm gonna pull this out. They put it in upside down, just like that. And all of these setter things here, you know, it's for like a Ripper 37 and all that, you know, the different angles or whatever they are. They fell out in here. It's rough in this box now. I'm not even gonna lie. The book's tore up and all that. I mean, I'm not really bashing Woodland Mills on it. I've bought a chipper and a hose wasn't made right on it, and they sent me another one, no questions asked. I think I took a picture or something and mailed it to them, but there's pretty much no questions asked. But I know that shouldn't be sitting in there like that. That is sitting all kinds of sideways and all. I'm sure it all works fine. I don't care if it's scratched, but this is sort of so Woodland Mills, if they watch this video, you ain't got to contact me or nothing, but y'all may want to do some quality control on it, because if it was somebody more anal than me, they might fuss and complain about it, but I know how business is. But I'm gonna take and pull it out the box and all, and I'll get back with y'all if I see anything else, or when I get it set up. I may get it set up today. It may take me 2 or 3 days, but anyways, I'll be back in a little while. All right, I'm back. I got the RS30 Pro set up from Woodland Mills. I'm gonna say probably takes an hour. I will say a couple things I wish they would do is, you see all these holes, that's for different length blades. I wish they would sort of mark them. I got the LT 40 wide. This is a 171 inch blade. I probably need to take that side in one. I took this side in one, I had to. I think if I took that in, it would make it run a little better. This is my 3rd blade I just put on here. But so far, I like it. Make sure on this jam nut and all right here, you get your knob and get it jammed up pretty tight. This here, you can, I know the purpose of it, you know, for vibration, you tighten it down or whatever, but really it only takes like 2 or 3 minutes to sharpen this big blade. So if you got a 150 inch blade, it's gonna take, I'm gonna say it takes 2.5 minutes. I'm not sure. We'll watch it. I'll set this up and we'll see how long it takes to go around. But I'm gonna say 2.5 minutes. And if you got a 150 inch blade, it'll probably take 2 minutes. If you got a 200 inch blade, it'll probably take 3 minutes. It's pretty quick. What takes the longest is fine tuning this. Every single blade is a little different. If you're like me, if you get it, I would say have all your blades the same. Like this blade is a first time use, then a second use, third use, and all that. And you may not have to adjust as much, but mine's just a smorgasbord because I was taking them to Wood Miser to get sharpened here locally. And it liable to take them 3 weeks to get to your blades or something. And I'm not bashing them, don't think that, but I sort of got tired of that because you could take them 1 week and they would get 20 blades out in a week's time. You go in 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, and you have 15, 20 blades, and it may take them 3 weeks. Well, one time their machine went down and all, and I had to buy like 3 boxes of blades. because of how long, and me sharpening, I'm doing more and more milling, and I just see the value in this. I got this, it was on sale, it was free shipping and all that. I think it was $1,280 for this and the tooth setter. Excuse the mess. I just got it down here in my shop. I ain't got it at the sawmill or nothing. I'm gonna build a table and set everything up. I think I'm gonna screw this down to the table and use it like that. Kit Kat likes being pet. But yeah, I'm gonna say, let me look here. We're not much, you know, from there to there, what, 15 teeth? And I let it run several times now. I'm gonna say it takes you 5-10 teeth to get it dialed in. What I do is I take and I let the blade come down and come this side of my tooth. Not that far, but you know, I can see it, and then I don't want it touching my blade. And then I turn it all on. I turn the machine on and it's moving, but I mean, once I see it's not dragging and all, then I'll turn my wheel on and it's not touching. And then I'll shorten my tooth spacing up until it just barely touches the back side of the tooth. Once it touches there, then I'll lower it so it touches. I'm probably not cleaning my gullets out. Now, remember, this is the first time I'm sharpening. I'll probably make a video later on whenever I get better at it, see how it does. And there's no way for me to test it right now. I'm gonna, in a couple of days when I go back to the mill job, I'm gonna put these blades on and see if they're good and sharp and all that. But I'm not setting them today either. But that's what I'm doing. And it does pretty good. It's not really hitting right in there, but you can see it right there where it dips down. On all of them, it leaves just a little bit right in there, but it touches the teeth, and they are sharp. I'm not gonna lie, like those teeth, they feel like brand new teeth. And but they're doing good. I'm going to stop the video now, and I'm gonna restart the video so I can get an exact time on it, and we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead also and put the shut off on it. With the shut off, what I do, they say run 7 inches out right here per the book, but what I do is I sit my back on first, and then make sure you got it right up near your tooth. See, you sort of want to bump it up against your tooth and just clamp it on. All of these are sharpened plenty of good. I'm not really worried about it, but what I normally do is I just watch it. Once it gets to sharpening, I let that tooth get on out here. When it gets to about right in here somewhere, it may be a little further, do it. If you do set this back a little too far, it'll sharpen the tooth a little more, but it won't really hit the gullet because it's already set on the depth profile. But you don't want to eat your tooth up. If you keep doing it, it'll make your teeth short and mess it up. But a while ago, I got this set about 2 or 3 teeth too far back, and you can tell because it'll hit and it'll stop hitting the gullet. If it does that, just reach up and cut your machine off. What I'm gonna do is, I'm not putting it in here, but use it like I'm gonna build a shelf in my tool room up there, and I plan to put it on here and have these blades stretched out, and then I'm gonna spin around on the other wall and have my setter over here, and I'll be setting blades while this thing's running. I'll probably set 2 or 3 blades because this thing's gonna be way faster than me setting them. So do that and then start sharpening. I'd recommend getting and unrolling all your blades. The shop's a mess. I've been opening everything. I'd recommend going ahead getting them like this, because if they're rolled up like that, by the time you get one unrolled, it'll about be ready for the next one. I sharpened all them. Them are 747s, and all these are 7-degree blades. That's a 7 degrees. So I wanted to do them and then see if I can do the 747s. It ought to work, but I don't know. I said if it wouldn't sharpen them, it is what it is. I'll take those back to Wood Miser. I may buy more 747s later, but I'm buying mainly 7-degree blades now. I like the 747s. They cut fast and all, but if you hit anything, you hit a piece of wire, you hit a little small nail, I'm talking about small stuff, it'll knock 4 or 5 teeth off, where with a regular 7-degree blade, it'll just chip the top of your tooth off. Where with these, I'll show you the difference in them too. These boogers are sharp now. I'm gonna tell you, these things here, after they come off that machine, they will cut the mess out of you. But you can see how deep the gullets and all is on it. If you hit something with that, it'll knock it off right there where the shiny part is. It may knock your tooth off like that. With these, you hit a small nail or something, it knocks the tooth off way down here. Well, there's no fixing it. And if you got 5 or 6 down through here like that, the blade's pretty much ruined. So if you know you got real good wood, there's no problem with running the 747s. I have literally ran 10-15 boxes of 747s, and this may sound terrible, but the 7 degrees run just a little slower, but they last longer. And I charge customers by the hour if I go do mobile jobs, but it's not really about the money. But by running these, it costs the customer just a little bit more, and they're paying for it. But I'll tell you, to me, the cut is better on it, and every machine's gonna be different. So, you know, it is what it is. But I like the 7s. But let's get back to sharpening. I'll be right back. All right, let's cut this thing on. I'm gonna cut my wheel on first because I already got it set up. All right. That's in slow. This is fast. While it's doing this, I mean, you could be over here setting several teeth and all that. So what I plan to do with it is I'm gonna have Sharpies, and whenever I set a tooth, I'm gonna probably take like a red Sharpie or something and mark the top of the tooth so I know I've been there. And then I'll just take and flip it around and set the other side, and, you know, be good to go. And if I do it, and I got a neighbor, he's got a small Timber King sawmill manual one. He's like, man, you gonna sharpen my blades for me? I was like, I might if I get good at it. I was like, but I'm not sharpening 1 or 2 at a time. I said, it'd probably be, you gotta bring 10 blades or something like that. And then I can get out here and whoop them out on a Saturday or something, you know, and be done. He's like me, he loves just a plain 7-degree blade. He said it cuts so good, but it may take about 3 or 4 minutes. It just seemed faster earlier because I was busy doing stuff. But we're already almost 2 minutes in, and we're about a quarter of the way, third of the way around. And I may be cutting a little deep. I don't know, any of y'all that use the Woodland mills or sharpen your blades, you may want to let me know. I do have the Wood Miser silver tilt guide on there. I forgot about it. It comes with just this one, and that one says Wood Miser. But I don't know how it all, I know the little divot in here, as you see it right there, that makes it dip down into the gullet. So it looks pretty good, but I think that little divot should be a little wider. I wish it would get this part of the tooth, right where the tooth is down in the gullet, and it's not getting it. But darn, I didn't have a bolt tight enough on here, it looks like. I'm gonna have to tighten that up. Bolt fell out. There was one in there that didn't act like it wanted to go right, so probably one it is. We're at 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and we're a little over halfway, I think. I'm gonna say it take 5-10 minutes a blade. But I know whenever I was looking at sharpeners, I want to see how fast it is and then give y'all a video. If y'all want to make a business out of it, you can make a business just like me or something and say, hey, I'll sharpen your blades for you. And if you know it takes 10 minutes to sharpen the blades, then you can say, all right, well, I'm gonna have 15, 20 minutes per blade. I would probably guess on 20 minutes or something like that, you know, double whatever it takes to sharpen it, just to sharpen. So if you got 20 minutes a blade and it takes 20 minutes to set it, that's 40 minutes right there per blade. Well, you know, it takes almost an hour, which it probably won't take that. You'll get good at it. You can, like I say, double up. You can be setting the teeth while this thing's running. But it may take you 20-30 minutes to sharpen and set blade, one blade, you know. But I'm gonna make another video on setting the teeth. Fixing to cut it off. All right, it took 5 minutes and 45 seconds to sharpen it. That's not including setting it up. So I would say probably take you 10 minutes to put this blade on here, get it fine-tuned and get it sharpened. 10 minutes a blade on that. I don't know about setting it. I'm gonna say it'll probably take 10-15 minutes on there. So throw your blade on, be setting this blade when you get done setting it. You know, if it's done sharpening before you get done setting, get you another blade put on there and get back to setting. But if you just do one thing at a time, yeah, you couldn't make money, because I think most places charge $9-10 to sharpen a blade. And crap, if it takes you forever to do it, you know, 20, 40, 30, 40 minutes or whatever, $10 a blade, you're only making 20 bucks an hour. This wheel in here is $100. I don't know how many blades you can get out of it. It probably depends on how hard you sharpen it, but I've heard anywhere from 100 to 300 or 400 blades you can get out of a wheel. Now, it's just me seeing online on websites and Facebook and stuff like that. I'm not gonna really keep up with it either, but I'll try to let you know if it's real short. I'll make a video and be like, yeah, I only got 50 blades out of it, or I got 100 blades out of it. But I'm gonna run it and probably, I don't know, in a month or so. I'm gonna see how it looks, and once I get my tool room completely done, I'll probably order me 1 or 2 of them wheels to sharpen with, so I'll have plenty of backup, just because I'm that way. I don't want to be needing to sharpen and my wheel be bad or something like that and I gotta order one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna sharpen this other blade, and then I'm gonna jump on the 747s, and I'll probably bring you back. If I get to it this evening, I'll bring you back and let you know if it'll runs fine with the 747s and the 7s, or if it don't. We'll see you on the next one. I thought I'd come right back. Yes, you can run with these if you get them. This blade is just like the other one. I had it set up. I'm assuming these are, I don't think these are new, but second sharpens maybe. They might be new. But they were so close, all I had to do was drop the depth just a hair, and I was up and going. So if you get this machine, keep your blades 1 sharpen, 2 sharpen, 3 sharpen, 4 sharpen, whatever, and you can roll with it. It's just like a chainsaw. So I got a chainsaw sharpener over there. There's a video on it. If you got your chains and they're all pretty new, you dull all of them and then resharpen them. It'll it goes way faster, you know, if you don't hit something and knock a tooth off. But darn, I'm sitting here talking to y'all and I ain't even put my thing on. But it's pretty easy to see. You can see the shininess on it. And I just get on here and shove it on. You probably shouldn't do it flipping, flopping it, and it probably messes with your teeth on sharpening, but I did it on that just because I was videoing and didn't think about it. But anyways, brought you back for that. I'll probably bring you back and we'll look at the 747. Well, bad news. With the 747, you can't clean your gullet out because the gullet's too low. It'll I don't know if you can see it in there, but it'll hit that metal bar. But you can sharpen the teeth on it. So I'm gonna sharpen teeth. Let's get this going a little faster for a second. Now then, do it like that, speed her back up. I can sharpen the tooth. I don't really care. I got a bunch of 747s. I'm probably gonna, if it'll work like this, I'll run them, but I'll probably take them up there to Wood Miser if I get any more 747s, just so they can clean the gullet out. But another reason why I'm probably not gonna buy any more 747s. But I like the little machine so far. I'm gonna tell you, the sharpener, as far as setup and use, it's super simple. Make sure your blade's behind this, and there's one over there, it's behind it. Tighten that up just snug. You want it to be able to feed, but do that. Make sure you're behind this little roller barrier there. I could probably shove it out a little bit more, but I don't know, it's working. Same with those. Make sure your height's right on them. Make sure they're the right distance and so on and so forth. But man, it's pretty simple. That cuts it off. That'll cut it on, or I guess I can go this way. That cuts it on. Make sure you're in slow speed. Cut your feeder on, then cut your motor on. Then once you get it set, turn it on high. When you get done, press the red button, it cuts it off, or unplug it. I got a battery set up in here, and then I got a charger, a trickle charger. So I said, well, I'll just leave it hooked up to it like that. That's the battery out of my boat, actually. But I don't think I'm gonna, pretty sure I'm not gonna buy any more 747s because of that. And then you see, that's why I said I gotta do that. Thing popped out. I knew something sounded funny with it. And again, you just gotta play with it, figure it out. That's the first time I had it do that. I don't know why it jumped out like that, but it did. And the other reason why I said I wouldn't buy any more 747s is they're about $3 or $4 or $5 more. And I don't think I get the life out of them as I do a 7 degree. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video here, and we'll see you on the next video. I'll try to get this out this week if I can. But see y'all on the next one.